Drybacks, one more thing I want to dive a little bit deeper into, because we have folks who are doing this using synthetic bottled nutrients. And that's a little bit easier than doing with organics. Organics, you can kind of run into issues if you are doing these drybacks. I think it's commonly known now that with organics, we're using organic inputs, you're relying on the microbes to actually break down those inputs and turn them into usable nutrients for the plant. And if there's no moisture in the medium, or if it's too dry, those microbes actually kind of either die off or go dormant. And then you need to obviously resaturate the medium in order to kind of get that thing going again. So if you're doing crop steering and using organic inputs, how would you go about doing drybacks?
So I'm actually going to use the autopots as an example, because the autopot is, and actually this could be applicable to basically any sub-irrigated system, but I'm going to speak specifically to the autopots. So in a living soil setup, I'm running the XXLs, which are 13 gallons. These are very tall pots. They wick very well. However, you will not be able to wick all the way to the top. So if you are top dressing your amendments, then you are going to have to alternate top watering when you were to make sure that we're breaking down those amendments. So perfect example was today. I actually went in and shut off my reservoir yesterday to make sure that everything was starting to dry back. So as the water started to go down, I have an opportunity then to top dress and water from the top, and I will do this alternating probably every week or so, just to make sure that the top never gets too dry, but also making sure that I'm able to start breaking down the things that I'm adding in, because just by me throwing it in there, even working it into the soil, it is not going to be efficient. It really, or adequate rather. It really does need to have that top watering part as part of it. So I would say the drybacks are immensely important, because you don't want to have half of your pot highly saturated because you had your reservoir going, and then you start top watering as well. Your plants will hate you for it, and it will take a while for it to recover. And depending on how far along you are in flower, it may not fully recover. And it might impact your yield. So I think just being ultra aware of how much water you're putting in and the frequency, and make sure that you do have that dryback, especially if you're doing a sub-irrigated system. It's really an important part of the process.
This clip was brought to you by AC Infinity. Use discount code MrGrowIt15 to save on any of their gardening products.